most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Shaw, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical
Together
therapist.
we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to talk about why is my neck hurting? And we're not talking about my neck. We're talking about your neck. Why is your neck hurting?
There you go, Bob.
And we're going to give you the answers. But before we do that, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free. We upload every day. Also, you want to join us on our social media channels because we are always giving something away, Brad. What are we giving away right now?
The SleepOvation Mattress.
So yeah, a full mattress, 700 mattresses in one.
There you go.
So join us. Go to bobandbrad.com and go to our giveaway section. Hopefully it's not down still. It was down. Not ours thing. The Gleam was down. They run the contest.
Yeah.
Also, you can go to Instagram or you can also go to Facebook, Bob and Brad. It's always pinned to the top of the page.
There you go.
So there is a lot of structures in your neck that can be hurting, Brad.
Right.
That's what makes it so confusing. There's muscles, there's ligaments, there's tendons, there's nerves, there's also discs.
Discs.
They can
Don't
push
forget
on.
the discs.
So what happens quite often, you might have an x-ray
Yeah.
and they'll see something
Mhm.
and they'll go, ha ha, that's what's causing your problem.
Yes.
But often it is not, is it?
For example, a bone spur.
Right, a bone spur.
Which we all get them as we age and we get in our 50s, 60s, etc.
It's like wrinkles on the outside, you got wrinkles on the inside
Yeah,
too. There's
gray hair, etc.
Right. So you don't always know what. So the way we treat neck pain is that we go by symptoms.
Mhm.
If what we do decreases the symptoms, we keep doing it, and if it increases the symptoms, we stop it. Very
Right.
simple.
It's very simple.
But we're going to go over some of the things that cause your neck to hurt. So hopefully you can stop doing them.
Sure.
Number one thing is probably posture. Wouldn't you say, Brad?
It's a biggie, Bob.
So we like to use the old bowling ball here as a demonstration. Here, you're smiling because you got good posture. Here, you're sad because you got bad posture. So Brad, yeah, showing the head forward posture. The thing about your head, it weighs about, what, 10, 12 pounds?
Well, mine's a little heavier than that, but there's nothing in there but heavy.
Dense material.
Right.
So for every inch that you move your head forward, you want to move your head forward an inch, Brad? You're putting 10 more pounds of stress on the neck. If you go 2 inches, that's 20 more pounds. And do I need to go on?
No.
Okay.
So the bowling ball is a model demonstrating.
Yeah. Do you want me to be the neck muscles?
Yeah. So
Okay. My hands are representing the neck muscles.
right.
And as I go forward, if I'm in good posture,
Yep.
my muscles need to work very little.
Right. Things are balancing there.
Right.
It makes sense.
But if I move forward 1 inch, I'm starting to work a little
Right.
harder. You can see my forearm starting to bulge.
Yeah. Look at that. His veins are starting to
Yeah.
protrude from that skin.
But let's go out.
Whoa.
Let's say I go about 3 inches. And this
Ooh.
is how a lot of people are all day long as they're looking
Right.
at their computer screen.
So those neck muscles, just like your forearm muscles, will start to fatigue and they'll build up that lactic acid, and then pain follows, and muscles and knots, they knot up, and everything. Ugh.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're.
Stress.
So yeah, there's a reason why you start getting those knots in your neck and shoulders. It's from that extra weight it's having to carry.
Yep.
All right, so poor posture, repetitive motions can cause pain in your neck. And what I'm saying by that is, like, let's say you're painting and you normally don't paint,
Sure.
and you're painting the ceiling or high up.
Right.
You're going up like this all day long, and it's a repetitive motion you're not used to,
Yep.
and it's causing pain. Another one I see quite often, Brad, is that someone will set their TV up over here and they sit right here.
Yep.
And what do? They just keep turning to the one side.
Sure.
Or I guess while doing notes, even sometimes I keep turning one way
Right.
and can cause
Right.
pain.
A lot of times it's things you don't realize, and then if you really analyze what you're doing throughout the day, and it doesn't have to be a strainful motion. It can be just repetitive motion back and forth, and it can build up to cause pain.
Poor sleep position. Well, let's just show the most common one, probably. Sleeping with too many pillows. You want to sleep with the pillow on, let's say normally when you sleep on your back, what you want to have is just one thin pillow, because you don't want your neck forward like this. Brad's showing it right here. Look how forward his head is all night long. So here we're putting your neck in a bad position. You want to have one thin pillow so that your neck is more aligned with your whole spine. Try to get your ears kind of lined up with your shoulders. And, a lot of times even one thin pillow, not even necessarily one pillow, one thin pillow.
Sure. And,
So-
and your breathing and everything is so much better as opposed to this. It really is a all around helpful situation.
Okay, bringing our table back, we're going to show how you get a pinched nerve quite often in your neck.
The old pinched nerve.
So these are two bones we pulled out of your neck, a dinosaur neck apparently, huh?
Yeah, a little bit larger.
So two vertebrae, large vertebrae, and between each vertebrae there is the disc, which is kind of a soft gelatinous.
Is
that a word?
Yeah, you can, whatever you want to call it. They're
Harder
flexible,
outside, but soft on the inside.
like a donut.
Yeah, like
jelly
a donut. So normally on a healthy disc like this, you can move around and it gives you mobility, gives you a little bit of height. That's why as you get older, you start losing your height is because you lose disc.
Yep, disc
fluid.
material.
Yep. So what happens though over time, if you keep doing that forward head posture, eventually what can happen is the disc can weaken. And you want to hold on to that,
You
Brad?
bet. We don't want to have an issue. Oh, look at
Look at
that
that.
right there. That would represent a herniated disc in your neck, which can put pressure on the nerve, which can bring pain and numbness and tingling all the way down to your hand.
Right, and weakness too. You can
Weakness.
actually start
There you go.
losing grip strength and such. So that's another problem. Arthritis. So
Yes.
now you know you can get. Everybody knows you can get arthritis like in your shoulder joint and your knee joint, but your neck and you got your little pointer
Yes,
system
I do,
there.
Bob. We're gonna
How are we doing here? Liz, are we close enough right there?
focus and tune.
So there are a lot of joints in the neck. I
Mhm.
don't know if people realize that, but at each level there's a joint.
So we got
There's
one.
two joints on each
Yep,
level.
here on each side. They're called facet joints or facet joints, depending on where you are in the world. But there are two on each side. So we got 7 vertebrae, 14 facet joints. Each one can have a little arthritis and add up to a little bit of discomfort.
I'm impressed with your math.
Well,
Brad.
Bob, I've been practicing.
So while we have this up here, we can also show you there's ligaments. Ligaments hold bone to bone,
Mm,
and there's also tendons, and that's where the muscles attach to the bone.
right.
So those can all get flared up, and those are hard sometimes to figure out.
Sure.
Are they causing the pain or not?
And you think about it, you got a lot of movement in your neck. It's really complicated. You got all these, you got arteries, you got nerves, you got bones and facet joints, and we're doing this to our neck all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of stresses on it throughout the day. Another stress that could happen, of course, is with whiplash,
Oh,
where you get that way and yeah. Go
Bob,
back.
I think you broke his neck.
Wow, I think I did. Oh wow.
We've got a fracture.
Yeah, we got a fracture.
We're taking it to surgery.
So anyway, obviously that's going to put a lot of stress on the muscles and ligaments and
Right,
tendons,
right.
and that's a kind of a different animal to treat. But you know that can be difficult.
We do have a video on whiplash.
Yeah, we
though.
do.
Yep.
So-
So you can go to that.
All right, so that hopefully if you're having any one of these issues, check out our other videos on how to treat these issues. And,
Right.
And remember, Brad and I can fix just about anything.
Except for
A broken heart.
there you go. But we're working on it.
Yes, we are. I swear we are.
Yeah, a couple more years.